Okay, so here I'm making a spice bag. This is just a whole onion, a whole thing of garlic cut up, and then 4 bay leaves. And what you wanna do is just put it in a cheesecloth and wrap it up. And I do this because then I don't have to go fishing for all of the ingredients later. And I can just easily remove this. So that's it, and you just drop this in. Okay, so over here I have my water is boiling, and then I just threw in the herb bag. And then I'm gonna cut up the chuck roast into cubes and add that right now with some salt and some bouillon. And then I'm gonna let this cook for about 2 hours until the meat is almost done. Okay, here's my chuck roast all nice and cut up. And I'm just gonna get that in there and then cover it up and set a timer for 2 hours. Okay, so now the meat has been cooking for 2 hours, so it's time to start building our flavor and adding our vegetables. So what we're gonna do is take a whole can of tomato sauce. This is El Pato. It's a little bit of a spicy tomato sauce, so if you don't like spicy, feel free to add in a regular can of tomato sauce. It's the same thing. It just gives it an extra little bit of a kick. And then we're gonna start adding our vegetables slowly but surely. These are gonna be the vegetables that take the longest to cook, so the potatoes, carrots, and celery. What we're trying to do is avoid any type of mushy vegetable, and if you start to throw in your squash, it's just going to be overcooked and really dissipated. So we're going to cover it, let it cook for 10 more minutes, 15 minutes, and then you're going to come in with your second batch of vegetables, which is going to be your corn, your chayote squash, and then your Roma tomatoes. You're going to give that a nice stir, and then you're going to cover it again for another 15 minutes. And let that simmer, and then you're going to come in with your final amount of vegetables that you have, which would be the cabbage, the cilantro, the Mexican squash, and I think that's pretty much it. And then you're just going to give that a stir again. At this point, you want to kind of get it all nice and incorporated and just adjust the seasonings if you need to. If you need more salt, add some bouillon. If your broth is kind of watery, come in with a tomato or beef bouillon. That always helps. Onion powder, garlic powder, whatever you feel like you need. And then what you're going to do is just let it cook for another 15 minutes until that's all done, and then remove the herb bag, and you're all served up with some lime. And I love the queso fresco with corn tortillas.